The birth of a baby is one of the most exciting moments in an expectant parent's life.
But what happens when your precious little baby gets a cold that won't seem to go away? And what happens when it's much more than a cold? It's a rare blood disorder that could kill her. Kelli Eggers joins us again tonight for the final installment of her special report, Precious Blood.
Cree and Sandy, 5 months after the Hagemeyers had their little baby girl, they took the emotional roller coaster ride of their lifetime. They'd find out that someone else's precious blood would be the only way their precious child would live.
Sarah went down with my mom, and when Sarah went down with my mom, I don't know if I can do this real well.
It's okay, I think people understand.
Okay. My wife felt there was something wrong. Alex's temperature went way up.
Even though Alexis's doctors at home told Sarah not to worry, this young mommy couldn't deny what she was feeling. She went with her instincts and brought her baby girl, then only 4.5 months old, to the hospital. It was the right thing to do, too, because by the time she got to the hospital, Alexis had stopped breathing. Just as Sarah had thought, something serious was wrong with her precious little girl.
The doctor came into the, we were in ICU then, came into the, this is going to be bad, came into the room and told us that she had a doctor's worst nightmare. She had blood poisoning, bacteria growing in her blood. When he came in, there was also a helicopter crew there to take her away. And that was the first time somebody has ever taken our daughter from us.
Back in St. Louis, this little baby began going through one test after another, tormenting her young parents. But despite doctors' efforts, Alexis was progressively getting sicker.
Dr. Knutson came in, and that Wednesday was the worst day of my life, because they told us that she had SCID, and
Which is?
severe combined immune deficiency.
She came in as a young infant over the summer with a very, very aggressive severe pneumonia, and in evaluating her, we found out that she was a bubble baby, a baby without an immune system.
For those first few months that she was alive, Alexis had been surviving off her mommy's immune system. As soon as they found that out, the baby was put into isolation at Cardinal Glennon's bone marrow transplant unit. But things weren't getting any easier. Every time doctors would try a new antibiotic to fight the bacteria that her little body couldn't fight, the bacteria would change its sensitivity.
We were presented with a very, very difficult management problem, difficulty controlling the pneumonia and needing to get an immune system into her as quickly as possible.
Doctors decided that they had to do a cord blood transplant because it was the fastest course of action they could take. By now it was August, and Alexis was just hanging on.
And here's the beauty of cord blood. We were able to get her immune typing and identify a cord blood and be ready to treat her within 10 days of us realizing what her problem was.
And we found one out of New York, and that was
The best day of your life.
that was incredible. August 12th, she got a transplant, and after she got the transplant, it was amazing. She was just progressing very, very quickly. They were ecstatic with her.
Alexis began making her own white blood cells, the ones that allow her body to fight the infection inside her that already destroyed a section of her lung. 100 days after her transplant, this precious little girl was taken off all medications.
You would never know that she was sick unless you looked at her chest, because she's got a lot of scars and that, but other than that, she's perfect.
Everybody I see that's pregnant, I ask them if they're going to donate their cord because it saves lives. We've seen other children up there who had cord blood transplants, and it saved their lives too. So, you can't explain it. It's wonderful. It's a miracle.
The person that donated their cord blood saved our daughter's life. I mean, there's no other way about it. What they did was gave us our daughter back.
Well, if you or someone you know would like to give the gift of life to a little one like Alexis, just call Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. And that is exactly what it's all about, saving lives with something that's usually just tossed away. Well, Crane Sandy, you know, the last time I was here, I was pretty pregnant. And we had a little baby girl, just wanted to tell everybody, Harper.
And Harper, boy, can she holler.
Yeah, we were going to have her on, but she decided this is bedtime and she didn't want any part of these
Any
lights.
part of that, but she is so beautiful.
Aw, thanks.
And Kelli, now, I understand you guys did take advantage of the donor program.
We did, and I didn't know about it at all with our other 2 children, and I assume you probably didn't either, Sandy. And this is a fairly new program, about 3 years old, so yeah, we donated her cord blood and hoping that it'll save another little life, too.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here.
And she has a great set of lungs on her.
She does. She can wail.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kelli.